guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how to do really quick and simple eyeshadow. This is from one non-makeup artist to another. If you want to know how to make all these crazy, cool, amazing designs, this is not going to be it for you because I like to do things really simple. I'm not a makeup artist. There are so many channels out there that you can look forward to create the perfect wing and to do all like the cool, jazzy things that people do to their eyes. They're amazing. They're beautiful. They're just not me. So we're gonna do something very simple, very quick. It's basically eyeshadow 101. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked palette. This is just the original one. And I'm going to be using Jaclyn Hill's like first palette. And I'm using these just because this is what I have on hand. You can use whatever you want. I'm gonna bring you in closer and we're gonna get started. Okay. Wow, very close. I'm not used to it being so close to my face. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, so what I did, I already have like a base on. I already have my eyes. I have concealer on and I put translucent powder on my eyes, on top of my eyelids and under my eyes. You really want to set that base and you want it to be matte. And you don't want things to be like sliding around and moving around too much, especially someone like me who gets greasy eyelids. I'm going to start off with a big fluffy brush. This is just from e.l.f. and I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay and I'm going to go in with this shade Naked, and I'm just going to put that everywhere on my lid. That is just going to be our base color. You want to start off with something just slightly different than your eye shade and just kind of really set a foundation for the rest of your color that you're going to be using. I will say though, you guys, eyeshadow is a little tricky, I think, because everyone's eye shape is different. So if you have more hooded eyes, so like if your brow bone kind of goes down and you can't really see your actual eyelids, that means you have more hooded eyes. Your technique of eyeshadow is going to be different than mine because we have different eyes. So yeah. With that, I think the best thing to do is to kind of pull your eyeshadow upwards a little bit so that you create more of like a, like a lifted effect, if you know what I'm saying. Like that. All right, let's get back into it. So I'm just gonna do that. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is go in with this color, Buck. It is just slightly darker, and I'm going to take a smaller brush, just another e.l.f. brush, tap it in there, and I'm going to do it just kind of on the crease and lightly go back and forth. You want to hold it on the tip of here, like the tip of your brush, a little farther out, just because it'll give you more of a loose hand, so you won't go as heavy-handed, especially if you're heavy-handed like me. I tend to go pretty heavy. And it's okay if it's messy at first. We're going to clean all of this up later. Just go like that, boop, 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 boop. Gonna go back in with that fluffy brush and go like this. Alright, so that kind of is gonna create a shade, a shadow, not a shade. It's gonna create kind of a shadow for your eyes. So if you can kind of tell, it's gonna be very, very minimal. Very minimal, and that's what we want. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use this color. This is Chip. It is darker than the previous brown. So again, I'm going to use my small little brush, and I'm going to lightly tap it. And I'm just going to go in like that again. Windshield wiper motions. To create that little depth in there. If you already have deep, like, set in eyes, you probably don't want to do this step just because they're already have that hollow effect. And now I'm going take a fluffy brush, blend all that out. Blend, 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 blend. Honestly, most of this is just about blending. And notice how it's lighter on the lid right here and darker in here. That's what we kind of want. You don't want it to go too far in. You don't want to close off your eyes and make them look smaller. Sometimes I just use my finger to do a little cleanup. You could always use a makeup wipe or a Q-tip with like some eye makeup remover. That works really well too. Okay, and now we're gonna add just a little bit of color. See, I didn't think I was going to do it, but I will. So I'm going to go in with this. This one's called Meats. And for this, because it is more of a shimmery shadow, I'm just going to use my hands. I find this is the best way to do it. I'm going to use my ring finger and just go in. And go like this. And I'm just going to gently tap it on the middle part of my eye. We want to bring the attention and the light to the center of your eye so that it kind of seems bright and open and just, you know. So I start off in the center to really bring that focus, then I go out to the sides, and when it seems like I barely have anything on my hand, I'll bring it into the corner a bit. And now I'm just going to take my blending brush again and blend, blend, blend. Again, this is more of a neutral kind of look. You can do similar looks with color. If you'd like to see color, I have a tutorial with Il Makaige's little makeup quad. I'll link it down below so you can see that. This is just more of a neutral kind of everyday look. Honestly, that's kind of all I would do if I was to be honest, to be truthful. That's like all I would do for the top part. If you really want to make it pop some more, what you'd do is add in just a little bit of brightness to the center of my eye. So I'm going to go in with this first color. It's going to be in light, also with my finger, and just tap it on the corner of my eye. And that is going to also just wakey. It's gonna look like you've had 10 hours of beauty sleep when you haven't. Like me. We had an earthquake in the middle of the night yesterday, so that was great. Alright. And now what I'm gonna do is use a flat tip, and I'm going to go back in with Buck from my makeup palette, and I'm just going to kind of line the under part of my eye just so that it all comes together. And I'm not going to go all the way in because I feel like it makes my eyes look small when I do that. So literally just towards about the center of my eye. And I'm just going to take a bigger clean brush and just kind of wipe it if I have any fallout, which actually these are really good so they don't have too much. And that's honestly it. I feel like my sparkle kind of went away, so I'm gonna go in again. With that color and put it on the lid. And go back in with my blending brush and blend, blend, blend. And now I'm just going to finish off with mascara and some blush, and I'll be right back. I just added a bit of mascara, blush, and a tad bit of lipstick. That's about it. So I know the tutorial was kind of quick, but I wanted to come back and just give you like a few tips that I think are the most important when it comes to eyeshadow. Number one is know your eye shape. So the way your eyes look, the shape of them, how big, how small, are they hooded, are they wide, are they deep set in? Understand your shape first, and then you can start playing around with eyeshadow and the way you want your eyes to look with the enhancement of the makeup. Number 2, have good quality blending brushes and eyeshadow. You know, I would say having better quality makeup does conquer having good eyeshadow just by a smidge, because you can use just like your fingers to kind of blend things out, to smear it out, at least to do at least one shade over the top. But if you want to create more of like that dynamic look, you're definitely going to want to have a good blending brush, or brushes in general. This one was not expensive. It was Morphe M513. I love this brush. It's really good. I use it mostly for blending, but I have used it just to apply color all over as well. If your eyeshadow isn't good though, no matter how good your brush is, it is not going to work for you. If the eyeshadow crumbles, if it's not pigmented, if it doesn't spread very well, if the color doesn't transfer very well, you're not going to get that look you want, regardless of your brush. Your brush won't do anything for you, your fingers won't do anything for you. So I would say make sure you have good quality eyeshadows. Number 3, be patient and practice. So you're gonna mess up plenty of times. You're gonna do something that thinks looks good, and then you're gonna look at it and you're like, not so good. I don't know. So practice, practice, practice. You're gonna make mistakes, and that is okay. Honestly, it took me years to even try eyeshadow because I was terrified of it. So don't give up. Number 4, you want to understand what colors look good with you. Now, there are some people that can pull off every single color. I don't believe that I am one of those. I don't think pinks look really good on me because it makes my eyes look like I've cried. I'm not sure if it's because of my dark circles or just my complexion or what. I'm honestly not 100% sure why pinks don't look good on me, but they just don't. So I stay away from pinks. Purples though go really well with green eyes. So if you want, honestly just research them online. Look up eyeshadows that look good with blue eyes, eyeshadows that look good with green eyes. It's all available out there for you guys. If you're really truly interested in color, then just look it up online. Google it, look at the images, see what it looks like, and just try to recreate it. That's honestly how I started and how I learned to do mine. Is I looked it up and I'm just like, oh, that looks good on her. I'm just gonna try and recreate my own. I learned it because I was just curious and interested and wanted to know. And so if you are too, then just try it out. And number 5, I just want you to know that you are beautiful with makeup and without, regardless of what anyone says about you. You are worth it. You are valued. You are loved. Start from learning from yourself. Start from being happy with who you are and accepting yourself. It is a long journey. Trust me, I'm still working on it. I just dipped my toes into it, and I'm there with you. I'm here to support you, here to love you. That's what I want my channel to be about, and that is just nourishing yourself from the inside out. So don't forget that. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations on eye looks that you'd like me to do, maybe certain colors, whatever, or just any videos in general, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.